AI. Machine learning. LLM, ChatGPT. You've heard all of these, but do you actually know what they mean, or how they relate to each other? If these words feel confusing, you're not alone. And here's why: AI doesn't mean one thing. It can mean completely different things depending on who's saying it. In this video, we'll clear that up. By the end, you'll know exactly what kind of AI we're talking about, and where you fit in. Let's start with a simple question. When someone says, "we're doing AI," what do they actually mean? Think of it as 5 levels. Level 1 is basic research, inventing entirely new algorithms and architectures. The transformer, which powers ChatGPT, was invented here. This requires years of research and massive resources. Level 2 is model training, taking a new architecture and training a foundation model from scratch on billions of documents. This is what OpenAI and Google do. Extremely expensive, extremely specialized. Level 3 is fine-tuning, taking an existing model and adapting it with your own domain-specific data. For example, a hospital training a model on medical records. Level 4 is application integration, combining existing AI tools into working products and workflows. Building things on top of AI. And level 5 is the end user, using tools like ChatGPT, writing prompts, incorporating AI into your daily work. When media talks about AI breakthroughs, they're almost always talking about levels 1 and 2. That's why it sounds intimidating. Those levels really do require enormous expertise and resources. But today, we're focused on levels 4 and 5. That's where most of us actually operate. And the barrier here is much lower. The difference between using AI badly and using it well is mostly about understanding how it actually works. That's what this series is about. Now let's untangle the terminology, because people use AI, machine learning, and LLM as if they're interchangeable. They're not. Think of it as nested layers, like Russian dolls. The outermost layer is AI, artificial intelligence. The broadest concept, making machines behave intelligently. Inside that is machine learning. Instead of programming explicit rules, you feed data to a system and let it learn patterns on its own. Inside machine learning is deep learning, also called neural networks. These are multi-layer structures loosely inspired by the brain. They're what made image recognition and speech recognition possible. And inside deep learning is the innermost layer, LLM, large language model. An LLM is a massive neural network trained on an enormous amount of human-written text. It learned language patterns, factual associations, and reasoning structures, all from text. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Tade, they're all LLMs, different companies, different training approaches, but the same fundamental architecture. When people say AI in everyday conversation today, they usually mean LLM. That's what we'll be talking about in this series. So here's what to remember: AI is a big umbrella with many different meanings. We're focused on the innermost layer, LLMs. And we're operating at levels 4 and 5, using these tools well, and building useful things with them. In the next video, we'll open up that inner layer and look at how an LLM actually works, one token at a time. That's where things get interesting.